I'm Shane Lynch, and I'd like to discover if I'm dyslexic. All I know is that I can't read or write. I've spent most of my life finding ways to hide my illiteracy. But by doing this programme, I want to show it's not something we should be ashamed of.
It took a while to get there, to be exposed in that respect, but I'm successful now. And I guess it took me to be successful to be able to say such things.
I was just 17 when I was thrust into the public eye, and with millions of people watching my every move, my fear of exposure increased.
I've done my best to not allow it to affect me, but it clearly has. I know I've been affected as a kid. I know I've been affected standing in the lineup of Boyzone, where they're doing their auto cue. I can't do that. I know I've been affected in many, many ways from it.
Would you mind announcing the number? Because it means an awful lot, and it'll make more and more people donate to children in need. So.
Usually, 2 members of the band would take the auto cue. If there was a request for all 5, then I've rehearsed it many times, had the script from the TV company, and I've looked at it and done my best to get it right.
Or just go online, or just press the red button. It doesn't really matter what you do, we just need you to do your bit.
I stuttered, and that stutter felt like a lifetime of stillness in the world of TV. I was only a stutter on a word. It was horrible, horrible. Hated every second of it.
Despite my own personal battles, joining the band has brought me huge success, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But my life could have been very different. For some people, their dyslexia has led them down a very different road. Today, I've come to Rochester Young Offenders Prison to see where the serious cases end up. Kerry-Ann oversees a scheme run by the Shannon Trust, where illiterate prisoners are taught by their peers.
So what is it you actually do here?
OK, we run a scheme. It's called Toe by Toe. It's
Toe by Toe?
Yep. It's a reading programme for those that haven't had the opportunity to learn.
A staggering 40% of prisoners are said to be dyslexic, 4 times more than the general population.
So I guess, ultimately, why do this? What is the benefit of the course?
To be able to get a job opportunity when released, you need to be able to read and write. It's a basic skill, so hopefully the lads that have come through the programme have achieved to be able to read, and they've got a better opportunity to be able to get a job.
Do you think that's happening?
Yes, and we know it's happening.
Really?
Yep.
OK.
I've come to meet one dyslexic lad on the scheme, Phil, and his learning mentor, Mark.
Shane.
Hiya.
Nice to see you. Shane.
Phil.
Right, Phil.
Nice to meet you.
So in the morning, when you wake up, what does that feel like?
Basically, yeah, to me, it's just, I'm behind bars. You're in yourself 17 hours a day, because we have to work here, and we're banged up over lunch. We eat, shit, piss in our room.
Right.
Like, that's not nice. The only thing is sad for me, I'm counting down my days now. That's the only thing I'm waking up like, yeah, another day gone.
For many young offenders who can't read, this is the beginning of a lifetime spent in and out of jail.
You're constantly in the same cycle. As you get out, you haven't got a job, you're going to commit crime to get money, and then you're back inside.
100%. Because I'll get out, think, yeah, I'll do great, I'm not coming back this time. But nah, think, yeah, a couple months later, no money, let's go and do something. Go and get some money. Then next thing I know, I'm getting nicked. I'm thinking, why did I do that? You sit in a cell in the police station, like, why did I do that? Why? And now I'm going back to prison.
Not a place for you no more.
Nah, I'm sick of it. Sick and tired of it. Sick of waking up and looking at the same 4 walls and that big red door in front of me, locked.
This is Phil's 7th time in prison, aged just 18. Like me, he couldn't bring himself to put his hand up and admit he was struggling at school.
I didn't like school at all, so...
Is that simply because you couldn't understand?
Yeah, I couldn't understand it. I get a book put in front of me. Yeah. I'm like that, making out I'm reading it, and then I realise I can't do it, so I put it down, and then I'm off. Start mucking about in the classroom and that, and they're thinking, why am I doing that? And they didn't pick up on my dyslexia until I went to prison the first time.
You think that's because, well, I suppose you never raised your hand and said, look, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, no, I was
You
too
know what I mean?
embarrassed.
So, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was embarrassed, yeah. But when I'm writing something down, some people laughing, I'll get upset. And I used to screw it up, throw it away, something, and then start fighting with people. And then with the reading...
Because they were taking a piss.
Yeah, because it don't, like, I don't like that. Someone taking a piss.
So that's what got you in trouble, ultimately.
Yeah, definitely. Put in a quiet room. And why am I supposed to learn from that?
Yeah.
You're not. I wish that I could think, yeah, why not? I can say something and then I would be able to read and write. No. But you know what? You choose your life, and I choose that life. And now I want to choose another life.
Now that you have that knowledge that you are dyslexic and you weren't just lazy and messing about in school, do you think that benefit?
Yeah, I think it's a lot better now. I am dyslexic instead of me just being a little shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
96% of jobs require literacy skills. So although Phil's aiming for a manual labour job, he needs this help to stand a chance when he gets out.
So you think you've come on to a certain point of where you could go and approach and get a job?
When I leave here, I want to do part-time work and part-time college to carry on with my reading and writing.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully by the end of this year, my reading be up high, and I can go on my bricklaying course next year. I want to change. I don't want to be the same person as I was before I come in there. Because before I come in, I was like, yeah, whatever, mate. Yeah, whatever. Fuck off that. Yeah. But now I'm like that. Yeah, I can listen to people, and people can listen to me. So I think, yeah, why not?
I know what it feels like to be made fun of because of a spelling mistake and then get into trouble, and then, well, what's the point in getting made fun of? Let me just not do it at all. So you are that person who just is trouble in the eyes of authorities, from teachers to police. And it is unfair. It's definitely unfair that it happens, to the point of where the youngsters are getting in so much trouble that are actually in jail. What seems to be the pattern of dyslexics is the door gets shut. They know they can't fill out a form. They know they can't go through the normal system that people go through to get a job. So bottom line is, rather than being rejected all the time, then crime just seems to be more rewarding. So it's a clear link to dyslexia and prison.
My trousers are a bit noisy.
Oh, that's okay.
When I'm not working, I like to get as far away from the crowds as I can.
I don't know, I like the peace, I like freedom. I guess because I was always that private, quiet kid, and all of a sudden I'm catapulted into a world of celebrity. To kind of regenerate myself and my mind is important to me. I think for me, funny enough, I don't particularly like people.
I think concealing my secrets for all these years has led me to almost fear them. And now I can see that raising your hand and admitting that you're struggling is much easier than having to live a life of deceit.
Are we getting chased?
In a couple of days, I have an assessment to find out if I'm actually dyslexic, and it's filling me with dread.
Sure. Was I just lazy? Was I a lazy kid? Did I not just do enough hard work in school? And is it my fault I can't read and write? It's the way of life, isn't it? It's a bit of a tricky road. But however, I think we all have to face our demons in life. And now is my time. It's time to face that demon.
Today, I'm facing up to something that I've struggled with from the start of this journey. I have an appointment with an assessor to find out whether or not I'm actually dyslexic. But it's brought up emotions I'd buried deep.
Today, I feel destructive, I feel evil. I hate anger and I hate aggression. And I hate that violent person I remember. And today, I'm violent. Why the fuck am I coming here if this is what it's doing to me?
I haven't done any kind of test since I was at school, and the thought of taking an assessment is bringing back feelings of anger.
To stand out on a stage in front of 20,000 people, it's easy. But going into this assessment, it's a test, and I fucking hate tests.
What do you want from today? What would be your...
I don't want that. Right now, I don't want anything from today. Don't want nothing. Not interested in today. Hate today. Fuck today. I just want to get in and do it. Otherwise, I'll fuck off and not be interested. I'll get so angry and so mad before I fucking destroy something with rage.
Why are you here?
To be honest, don't ask me more questions. Just let me go in there.
Hi, Shane. I don't know if you know what a dyslexia assessment involves.
No, and I think that's mostly why I'm I guess, a little bit freaked out.
Yeah. A lot of people like you have got negative connotation. It's like being examined. But the thing with a dyslexia assessment, it's not something you can pass or fail.
Right.
It's almost like a overview of someone's literacy skills.
That's kind of even almost worse for me to hear that. It's your literacy skills, intelligent, reading and writing, or not, you know what I mean? So that's thrown me a bit again.
It's got nothing to do with your intelligence. It's to do with a difference in the way you process information that affects reading and spelling. It's got nothing to do with who you are or how successful you can be as a human being. Right, I'm going to give you this. What it is a list of words. Just have a go at reading some.
Is, up,
Yep.
cat.
As the words get longer, it becomes increasingly difficult for me to read them.
No. Instruction. Transient.
The test gets harder as I'm given some made-up words to read.
Barp, stip, plin, frip, smon, crit. Emule, batate.
Okay. Right, now this is like a little text, and mixed among the text is some fake words, the same as some of the more difficult ones there. So what you're going to try and do is read it fairly quickly.
Okay, now when I start to read, I suppose these are paragraphs and whatnot. Yeah, that's when I'll just do that, just one-on-one. Yeah, I won't do that on camera.
That's fine.
Yeah, but when it comes to reading,
yeah, it's stressful.
Yeah.
We'll just call you back in a minute.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Renifer set out to Krayberg that you should eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables every day. It is also recommended that everyone does some form of exercise. These concerns
Difference. So, this is what I observed.
After a 2-hour test and a lifetime of struggle, I'm about to find out if dyslexia is the reason I can't read or write.
If someone is doing this hesitant reading, it just shows the mind is distracted into doing all the other things that I was saying about connecting letters and sounds. So your reading pattern is absolutely dyslexic. And the main bit of evidence is the time it takes you. But it's a huge effort.
Yes, it is a big effort. That's why I don't read.
Because a non-dyslexic can read that like that.
Okay.
There's no difficulty. That's your benchmark, is that they can just sound them out.
Before I walked into that room, like, I was a fucking lunatic in my head. Like, the kind of shit I could have got involved in, from a simple bit of road rage to murder, I was in such a rage. To kind of come out of that, it's out the other side of that, it's a bit, I spun out a little bit, if you know what I mean. It's weird. I mean, emotionally, I'm so happy I did it. I know once I get in my wagon to drive on home, it will slowly but surely creep in, and I'll start laughing to myself.